Well, good morning everyone. Can I start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we gather and pay my respects to elders past and present. Can I acknowledge my ministers that are here today, and I might ask them to stand because I'm quite sure that you'll want to meet with them during the course of the day. So first of all, my amazing Deputy Premier, Jackie Trabb. The Minister for Innovation, Leanne Enoch. Sterling Hinchcliffe. Coralie O'Rourke. No, she's not here. Leanne Donaldson. Grace. And Kate Jones. To the many sponsors who have made this inaugural Advance Queensland Innovation and Investment Summit possible. To our esteemed list of local and international speakers to be kicked off today, of course, by SoftBank President and CEO. Can I also acknowledge the members of my Advance Queensland Expert Panel and, of course, the Premier's Business Advisory Council, because it was at that meeting where we talked about how can we bring innovators, investors and startups together. So thank you very much for members of my Business Advisory Council. And of course to all of the Directors General that are here today, a big thank you to my Director General Dave Stewart, who has made sure that this is an outstanding summit, and to all of the organisers of last night's dinner. Can we give them a round of applause? It was truly spectacular. Can I also extend a warm welcome to everyone keeping up today via live streaming around Queensland and around the world from satellite events in Cairns, Townsville and Toowoomba. And thank you for being part of Queensland's first Innovation and Investment Summit. More than 1,200 delegates will be participating over the next 2 days, with visitors from 17 countries and across Australia. For those of you who are visiting Queensland, welcome to Australia's state of innovation. It's great to be in a room of people who share my passion for innovation and the momentous impact it can have on the quality of life for people who are also striving to make it happen. We're all here because we are determined about translating ideas into reality, commercial reality. We all realise that for innovation not only to survive but to thrive, there must be collaboration. Ideas plus investment delivers new opportunities and new jobs, the jobs of the future. Ideas without investment will remain just that, ideas. There's abundant energy driving our innovation sector right now, but our progress towards a 21st century economy is not a given. It'll be the outcomes of plans we make and the decisions that we take. And that is why I called this summit together. That is why my cabinet is involved in all parts of this summit, because government can help. And my government is there to create the environment that we need to lead the nation. And that is exactly what my government is going to do. We are going to lead the nation in this space. I want Queensland to capitalise on the great work done to date under Advance Queensland banner and to forge ahead with cohesion and a clear sense of direction. We can't be daunted by the pace of change. We need to be setting the pace. 227 of the companies who made the Fortune 500 list 10 years ago no longer make the cut, but that's 227 spots now occupied by companies whose plans have come to fruition. The rewards are both achievable and astronomical. The 3 largest companies in the world by market capitalisation today are Apple, Google and Microsoft. We are fortunate to be in a time of immense possibilities, and our task is clear. We must open new doors and welcome new investment to create new industries and new jobs. I am upbeat about Queensland's ability to rise to this challenge. As Steve Wozniak says, and you'll hear more from him very soon, wherever smart people work, doors are unlocked. If Australia is an economy in transition, nowhere is this more evident than here in Queensland. 3 years ago, when I was Leader of the Opposition, I realised that Queensland faced either innovation or stagnation. This was not a time to make a choice, but to make a decision. And I like making decisions. For far too long, we were content to sail through on the back of what the earth provided, despite respected bodies such as CEDA predicting that by 2030, up to 40% of Australian jobs could disappear. So I started talking to the universities, to the business community, and to the tech sector to chart a way forward. What came out of these discussions was the $180 million investment in our future called Advance Queensland that has brought us here today. And my government's budget next month will focus more on Advance Queensland. So there'll be more good news next month when it comes to this field of endeavour. Queensland has a strong base on which to build, with world leaders in knowledge-intensive fields as diverse as life sciences, agriculture, mining technology and gaming. That meant we were able to hit the ground running when we were elected and draw on the experience and inspiration of our innovation pioneers to lead us. I firmly believe that Queensland now leads the nation in fostering innovation, and we will continue to lead the way. Business confidence is higher here than any other state. Our economy is growing. Deloitte Access Economics Business Outlook rates Queensland is on track to have the strongest economic growth in 2015-16 and continue that sustained growth through to the end of their forecast period to 2024-25. Advance Queensland is a multifaceted strategy. It delivers the practical support needed to get ideas into the market, along with the broader outcome of changing the way we think. It's about changing culture and encouraging entrepreneurs to have a go. It's about embracing risk and failure as essential learning blocks. Our approach to knowledge-based industries will start in our classrooms. There is no innovation without education. That's why we have a $9 billion record budget in education. From the age of 5, our children are now taught coding, so it comes as naturally as reading and writing, and this is a Queensland first. And I thank my Minister for making sure that that happened as quickly as possible. They are learning the languages of our major trading partners, and this in turn will lead to more jobs in this industry. Our successful innovators could be held in the same esteem, and we reserve for sporting champions and rock stars. That's why we are spending more than any government in this state's history to kickstart this revolution. Friends, the encouraging news is that, like this summit, all Advance Queensland programs have been oversubscribed. The offerings through the Advance Queensland agenda are broad and seek to encourage innovation and science across disciplines and industries. Since July, Advance Queensland has opened 11 grant programs and approved 168 grants totalling $12.3 million. Last week, we awarded $10 million in fellowships and PhD scholarships in this state for 54 researchers. We've attracted 180 applications from small business for grants to ignite ideas. We've launched a Young Starters Fund to help young Queenslanders develop and pitch their ideas to the world and to develop new businesses. In addition, we are helping existing businesses with the cost of hiring a graduate to work on an innovation project in knowledge transfer partnerships. And to maximise the involvement of all Queenslanders in the drive for greater innovation, we have dedicated programs for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander researchers and to support women in their academic careers. For too long, women were ignored. We are also working in our schools. Education is the key to innovation, and the promotion of science, technology, engineering and mathematics, as well as coding in our classrooms, is a priority for my government. We've allocated $40 million to the Business Development Fund to co-invest with venture capital. Furthermore, we have forged agreements with key international institutions and businesses such as Siemens Healthcare and Johnson & Johnson. Today, I'm pleased to announce we have more measures to keep the momentum going. As part of our determination to make Queensland an international hub for innovation, I can also announce today 2 new initiatives to make Queensland the startup state. Firstly, my government will establish a startup precinct here in Fortitude Valley as a dedicated facility to harness, incubate and accelerate Queensland's brightest ideas. With a commitment of $4 million over 6 years, we will transform the historic TC Byrne building into a vibrant and inspirational startup precinct. We have established industry leaders including River City Labs and CSIRO's Data 91 in this space alongside some up-and-coming talent. The precinct will open this year in October and it will eventually spread to over 5,200 square metres. While located in Fortitude Valley and a prominent physical locations for startups in Brisbane, we will ensure the hub has the ability to connect and collaborate across Queensland and overseas. Secondly, today I'm very pleased to announce that my government will launch Startup Queensland's Hot Desk. This is an $8 million digital campaign, part of our $24 million Startup Queensland initiative, to encourage startups from across the country and across the globe to relocate to Queensland, the gateway to the Asia Pacific. We wanted to lure international and interstate startups to Queensland, strengthening our growing startup ecosystem. This Australian First program is modelled on successful international programs such as Startup Chile, which has been running since 2010, and the French Tech Ticket, launched just last year. Just last night, I spoke to Leanne Kemp from Everledger. Leanne hails from Samford, just outside Brisbane. She said to me if there was extra support in place to help her startup get off the ground, she would never have left Brisbane and relocated to London. Well, this program is going to attract best and brightest minds from overseas here to Queensland, across 12 regional places across Queensland, including Brisbane. And I want to see people like Leanne coming back to Queensland, because you now know that you have the support of the government, you have the support of the community, and we can make Queensland the startup state. So in conclusion, I hope that everyone enjoys the agenda that's been put together. I know that everybody is here because they are just as passionate as I am about innovation and ideas. I also want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Queensland is where it is happening. In other states, you know, New South Wales and Victoria, they wait for people to come to them. But we are hungry, we are ambitious, and we are prepared to go to the world, bring the world to us, to get the best and brightest minds here, to keep the best and brightest minds here in this state, because innovation is at the heart of everything that we do. And Advance Queensland is not just a program, it's in everything we do, whether it's in education, whether it's in health, whether it's in science, whether it's technology. Advance Queensland is where we are taking Queensland into this century. And I believe fundamentally that through this collaboration that we have, that we've had last night and that we'll have over the next 2 days, anything is possible. And those great ideas will be turned into commercial reality, and we will create the jobs of the future. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy.